Hello, I'm Deb, and this is Ted, and we're from TinyTalk Baby Signing in Kent. So, last year we ran a series of TED Talks on our Facebook page, and they were really well received, explaining about how TinyTalk can benefit you and your family. So, we thought we'd run them again this year, but with a slight difference. We're going to be adding in some of our question signs that we use at TinyTalk. So, we're going to get started today with the sign What? Now, I absolutely love question signs because they give your child a chance to express curiosity about their environment. It's not just about babies being a passive participant in daily life, but actually they get to be really actively involved in what's going around them. So the what sign can come in really useful. Now we've got to hold it up quite high here because otherwise if you tend to wag your finger when you're telling someone off, that could get a bit confusing. So what is sign like this? Now we use British Sign Language signs at TinyTalk. That's BSL. It's the official language of the deaf community. We're not using any grammar structures or complicated sentence constructs within our signing system because that's not appropriate for little children just picking up on language. So it's all about vocabulary. And the what sign is one of our core signs that we use in our baby sessions. So what can I tell you about baby signing? Well, we use 3 programs at TinyTalk. First of all, for our regular babies, so anywhere from birth up to about 18 months, 2 years of age. Babies can come along with their families and learn how to use their hands to communicate before they can talk. Now it's really handy skill because babies get a bit frustrated if they can't get their point across, and actually they've got so much going on up here that we don't give them credit for at all. They're very aware of their environments and they are naturally curious little beings, so if they can't tell you what they're thinking or feeling or what they need or what they're excited about, they're probably just going to get a bit frustrated. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So we're giving them the tools to communicate way before they can talk. Now, after you've finished in the baby signing classes, or if you're just coming to TinyTalk a bit later, you could join in our toddler talking sessions. Now, these are much more active, much livelier, barely any sitting down in those sessions, as befits our little audience of children aged 18 months and upwards. Often people stay with us until they head on to primary school when they're 4 years old. And in these sessions, there's a much greater focus on developing spoken word and verbal communication, obviously still using those signs to support our little ones in their efforts to make themselves understood, while their speech may be a little bit unclear still. And obviously anyone who's had a toddler will know that they get really frustrated if they can't make themselves understood. So being able to use their hands to back up what they're trying to say is really, really useful. I was going to say really handy then, that's a bad pardon, isn't it? So as well as our toddler talking sessions and our baby signing classes, we also have some newborn communication courses running as well in this area. Now those are perfect for babies under 12 weeks old, obviously with their families too. And they are much more aimed at informing parents and helping parents feel like they're not alone in the challenges of those first few weeks and months of having a new baby in the house. We do teach some signs still in those sessions that will help parents and babies just feel much more connected and strengthening those bonds in the early few weeks and months. But it's not really about entertaining a baby in those sessions because lots of our little ones snooze their way through those sessions. They're very gentle, very relaxed, and perfect for parents to find other common ground with other parents, make some friends, and feel connected and feel like they're part of something together, which is absolutely vital when you've got a new baby in the house. So, as well as using our BSL signs, what else do we do in class? There's a lot of singing as well. We do lots of singing. It's the perfect tool for engaging little minds and little brains. Babies absolutely love music and are really excited about hearing your parents' voices and voices of people around you. So we do lots of singing as well as nursery rhymes and familiar rhymes and anticipatory activities. We can explain a bit more about those kind of complicated concepts when you join us in class. There's also some stories, books, obviously a really handy tool for using to encourage your little one's communication skills along. And there's also our very valuable social time. This is an absolutely critical part of all of our classes where we give our grown-ups a cup of tea and chance to chat to each other while the babies play safely with some age-appropriate toys. So that's really vital part of helping parents feel like they're not alone in their parenting journey, giving me a chance to get to know all my class families a lot better, and for all of our babies to make friends and play together too. So that's what we do at TinyTalk. Our classes are held weekly during term time, and they're priced per family as well. So if you have got big siblings, or if you're a parent with twins, then it's a really good value way to get out of the house and learn a valuable new skill together. We do cap our capacities in class as well, so it's not too overwhelming and too noisy. It stays nice and warm and welcoming, as well as being, still quite buzzy and lots going on. So, TinyTalk is educational, it's entertaining, it's friendly and it's fun, and it's a great way to start your parenting journey with your small person at home. So the what sign, remember, like this. And as a parent, you can couple that with a verb as well. What should we do? What can we see? What would you like? To ask your little ones questions about their world and their desires and their things that they find exciting. My son used to use it all the time when he'd heard something unfamiliar. He'd just kind of sign what? And then I'd have to listen like, oh yeah, it's a bird, or it's an aeroplane, or whatever it is it might be that he's heard. And then it's your job as a caregiver to add in some extra vocabulary there. So it's a great way to expand on your child's knowledge and language skills as they currently stand. So have a little go at your house. What can you use that sign for? Thanks for joining us today. Tomorrow will be all about the sign where, and I love that one, so you've got to join in. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.